1111, which is me. My name is Darlene. And this is sort of my Saturday check-in. I've kind of gotten the habit of being able, or gotten the time to be able to do these for you on Saturdays now. Hopefully this will become a tradition, and Sundays too. So I am here. We'll be doing some free readings for those that want to find out a little insight about what's going on for you in your life. I'm here for you. And hopefully the lighting, it's getting dark here so early. It's almost dark where I am, but hopefully it'll be all right. And I have my cup of tea, so I usually like to start these with a check-in to see what kind of energies are coming toward us for the upcoming week. So I'll wait for some of you to get here, and let me pull myself up here on my iPad. Well, where am I? Here I am. I hope everybody's had a great week. Mine has been busy, but very good, I'm happy to say. There I am. Okie dokie. Now I can see your chat. And of course, next week is Thanksgiving here in the United States, and it's a big week for us. I get to be with all of my family, I'm happy to say. My sons and daughter-in-laws and grandchildren and then some. So we love, sorry, my hair's tickling my face again, can't stand it. We love getting together when we can, and everybody pitches in, so it's not, you know, a big hardship on any one person in their house, and we just have a ball. We have a really good time, so I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys have some fun Thanksgiving plans as well in the works. Okay, so I don't know if I need those or not. Let me see. I want to ask, yes, while I wait for some of you to get here, what the incoming energy for this coming week is for us, just sort of for the collective. What is the incoming energy for the collective, please? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. And if you guys have a question, just type that, just say, I have a question in the comments. Wow, all right, Chariot. And I will show you the cards. I know you can't really see them too well in this angle. And it's upright. That's a lot of forward movement. And that can literally be like traveling. We're all getting in our cars and traveling to see our families this week. Yeah, it can mean that too. Like I said, here in the United States, it's a big week for that. I'm squinting, Ekram, because I don't have my glasses. Is that right, Ekram? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. So that's one thing it can mean. It can just mean forward movement. It can mean determination, willpower. Let's see what else is coming toward us. What kind of energy? And I can believe that too. You know, Pluto's changed signs now and moving into Aquarius, although there are some other planets retrograde like Mercury, so... is it Ekram or Ekram? I'm not sure if it's a long E or a short E. Turkey, from Turkey. Oh, that's awesome. Welcome. Guys, you know I love knowing where you're from in the world. It will always be, I'm kind of in awe of it. Well, it looks like some of us are going to be putting down a heavy burden, or at least the opportunity to put down something that's really weighted us down. Good, Ekram. Ekram, long E, or Ekram, short E. Istanbul, Istanbul, Izmir, Istanbul. Wow, what time is it there? I know it's like in the middle of the night in India. What time is it in Turkey right now? It's 4:30 here in Alabama in the United States. All right, come on, Tara. Show me more, please. Show me more. What is coming toward my viewers? General energy for this week. What is coming toward my viewers? Whoop, that one flipped. Hold on. Okay. You're looking good out there, collective. You're definitely looking good. King of Wands, you know, he's a head turner. But it means, again, more action. Maybe we're just all going to be busy as can be. He's also a businessman, an entrepreneur. He's an action king, so he's a doer. Uh-oh, what the heck? Now, hold on. We did not want to see that card. It didn't specify this to be a love reading, so let me see what else is coming here. Hang on. We could have gone all night and not had that card now. I'm not happy. What else? It doesn't necessarily have to be like severe heartache. I think sometimes that's disappointment at the very least, of course. What else? That one wanted to come out too. Do you know what I heard? Some of us are going to be spending more money. I'm not kidding you. This, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, which can be an offer, something tangible though in the 3D world. Wait 1 second. Let me move these cards over. And then the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is kind of literally not good fortune, so bad fortune. I think some of us, because Black Friday follows Thanksgiving. I think some people here are just, I heard loudly, spending too much money. Watch your spending. Watch your spending. Yep. We see lots of goodies that we love this coming week. But we may have buyer's remorse. I'm not making this up. I really, that's just kind of the energy that came out when those cards fell. Interesting. I look like a rich person. Oh my God, thank you for saying that. I'm rich in my heart, that is for certain. I am rich in my heart. I am very, very blessed. Myself and all my family are healthy. I couldn't ask for more, and we're all well and able to get around and have good minds. I don't take that for granted. Anything else you want to tell my readers, my viewers? No, I'm the reader. Wait a minute. Anything else, please? What time is it over there, Ikram, in Turkey? That one to come out. Okay, good. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. However, that was at the bottom of the deck when that Wheel of Fortune in the reverse came out. And that's why I said we may be falling in love with things that we don't really need to be buying. But not necessarily. Another meaning for this, because I didn't specify that it be a love reading. Harris Bob, hello. Are you kidding? From Casablanca, Morocco. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I don't think I've ever had anyone here that I knew of from there. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So if you guys want a reading, good. Okay, yeah. Just say in the comments, I'd like a reading on something, and that's fine. I'm just about to finish this general reading up, so I should visit sometimes. You're absolutely right. That's a place I could get into, going to a place like that because it's warm. I don't do cold, so that would be on my radar for sure. Let me finish here with this general energy because I need to stay focused. So what else? Now we've got this Ace of Cups. So for some of you, Ikram, I can do a reading for you on that. It is magic. It's a magical place. I'll bet. It does have sort of a mystique to it. Not just because of the movie, but it has a bit of a mystique to it. Morocco and that whole part of the world. So some of you, though, will be actually meeting someone. So, if you have a tendency to stay home, get out and about. Get out and about. Maybe you're going to be a +1 at somebody's Thanksgiving celebration. So if you're tempted to stay home, get out because you might meet someone new. You might meet someone you actually have a romantic connection with. All right, for any other messages for us here for the week? Besides, don't spend too much and get out of the house. Duh. That could be any of the week of the year, don't we know, right? Anything else for my viewers, please? General message for the week here. Today's the 23rd of November. General messages, please. Anything else? Is that all you have to say here, Tara? Anything else? Yeah, okie dokie. Those came out saying, okay. Don't fret. This can be, now it came out sideways, which is significant for me. Some of you are in the process of letting things go. Something, someone, I'm not certain what that is. You will have to know what that is for you. Could be a job, could be a house, could be a dog, could be a person, could be an addiction, could be anything. So some of you are in the process. You're not there yet. You're not there yet, but you're in the process of letting something go. Something that's hurt you very, very badly. Here again, we have these two cards of hurt. So for some of you viewers out there, you really are, and I'm here, you're in the middle of it. I mean, you're not, when it's upright, that means you're still experiencing the hurt, and this coming out sideways also says that. You've had a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. This has been about things you couldn't see, things that were hidden from you, things that you felt held you back from seeing these, your ships come in as a way I can, or that. And also, now I didn't intend for this to be a love reading, but this is the card of reconciliation. And this card too can be, it can indicate a story about other people being in the mix. It can also be meaning, a meaning could be that for some of you, Spirit has offered you through this hurtful experience an opportunity to awaken spiritually, and some of you have said no. Some of you have also said, or will be, I'm sorry, I'm speaking in past tense, we're asking about the coming energy this week. Some of you are saying, at least one of you out there is saying, somebody may be coming to you to reconcile, and you're saying no. You're saying, no, I'm done with this. I'm not going to be this third party again. So for some of you, that message, somebody out there, that message is relative. And so you're delivering that news to this person. You're bossing up. You're bossing up. No more indecision about whatever this is. Okay, whatever this is, no more indecision. And whatever this was that hurt you, you're holding back your cup of love. Yep. Even though you're feeling like it's been overwhelming for you, or will feel. I always talk in past tense, forgive me. Yep, but that's going to bring you justice. That's going to balance the scales for whatever this is for you. Like I said, whether it's work or love or family, that's going to balance the scales for you. So, all right, folks, for whoever needs to hear that for this week, that's what you got coming. But, it's a heads up, right? And for whoever this message was for about ending something, maybe all of us, I really get a strong energy that it's going to be for your good. It's going to be a good thing that you end this. And I think it may also say ending something over here is going to make room for something better to come in that you're going to love. So, okay. That is the message I have for this week for my collective. All right, gang. Thank you so much for getting through that. And I'm going to need a sip of tea here and catch up on your comments while I shuffle these back, and then we'll get into some readings for you. Tea. What tea did I make tonight? Irish breakfast tea. I need to heat it, but oh well. The microwave's downstairs, and I'm not going down there. I'm not going to put you on hold to go heat my tea. All right, let me catch up with your comments here just a moment. And I may need these. Let me see. Ooh, I love that, Bob. I don't know if your first name or last name. Your handle is Harris Bob. I wanted to call you Bob Harris. That's mystical. He's saying he presumably is a he. Says that he has been to 80 countries, and this place is full of mystic energy. I would just love that. Oh, because I'm all about some mystic energy. Isn't necessarily metaphysical, but that's got my interest up for sure. I love your manners. Thank you. Oh, yes, I can, Harris. I'll be glad to. Well, Ikram, I think you're doing well with your English. You don't understand me probably because I am very Southern and I speak quickly. If you can, turn on your, I think there's a translate, if you hit your settings and it can translate into maybe your language, hopefully. Hopefully that's an option for you. Sorry, I have something over here that's rattling. It's driving me crazy. That's better. Hopefully that will help, and I'll try to slow down a bit. I have a very Southern drawl, in case you didn't notice. Okay. Oh, that reading, Harris, was for the collective. It's just a general energy of what was coming forward, what kind of energy many of us might be looking at for the coming week. Was no one specific yet. And I may need your name. Let me finish catching up here. Yes, focus and get back in the saddle. See, I get so distracted by the comments. I want to be over here chatting with all of you guys, and I really have to make myself focus on the cards and the energy and what I'm picking up. So if I just zone out, that's why. All right, let me see. Where was I on the... And by the way, you guys, please hit that like button. That's how you show your appreciation for your readers and our time that we're giving for you. Ishika, I have 2 ahead of you asking for readings. So if you'll hang in here, I can. Yes, I probably can do at least 3 tonight, but I can't promise more than that because I have to see how my energy goes. I don't like to promise it if I can't deliver. Harris, wait till I get to you and then I will ask. It depends on what kind of reading you want. I may need just a first name, like for example, if it's a love reading or something like that. Sometimes that helps me to bring in the energy of that person. Do not type your questions yet, however. Like the gamer, please do not type your question yet. I'm not even sure I will be able to get to you. But I do want to come up here and now read for Ekram. Ekram or Ikram, please forgive me. I'm not sure which pronunciation is correct. Now, if you've been here before, and I think most of you have not, actually, I'm not recognizing most of the names I'm seeing. I cannot help you, and I cannot give you money, Ikram. Nobody here in this chat can give you money. I understand it feels desperate. I can give you the secret to getting money. It's not my secret. It's a well-known one. I know, right? Who doesn't need money? I believe in the law of attraction. It's sometimes called the law of assumption. So I always recommend you do a little homework on that. You do some deep dive into, you're here on YouTube, so you obviously have YouTube, and there's hundreds, maybe thousands of videos about that subject. I particularly like Abraham Hicks. And it simply means, but also Joe Dispenza is another really great one. And the way this works is, and this has to do with your money, this can be love, it can be job, it can be whatever you're wanting in your life. This is for everybody, okay? Whatever you're wanting in your life. No, I'm not going to tell you the secret because I can see how many people are here and only one person has hit the like button. Sorry, I'm not going to say another word. I'll get some more likes in there. Y'all, come on, be nice. It's just a way of saying thank you for my time and being here. Come on, let me see some likes. 1 or 2 likes at least, please. Thank you, Ishka. I appreciate you very much. That's sweet. Thank you. Well, it's not showing up on my feed yet, but it might just be delayed. You've been clicking by myself all the time. Okay, so let me get on with this. Thank you. I'm seeing it now. It's just a little delay on the YouTube thing, on the app. So if you're, let me back up. I got to start at the beginning. Everything is energy. This is energy. This is energy. This table is energy. The air I breathe is energy. Everything is energy. The difference is, I know you need so much, but you cannot get what you want from where you are, because I can tell you're in an energy of need. Now let me explain this. That's right, everybody needs it, I know. Well, you have to clean your karma and tidy up. That's one way to look at it, but not necessarily. If you can get this, really get it, it can happen today. I mean, I can tell you stories, but anyway, it's a matter of energy frequency, all right? So, Ikram, if you're vibrating down here where all you can think about is how much money you do not have and how much money you need to have and how much money you want to have, that's a fairly low vibrational frequency. Let's put that at a 500. I don't really know the number by making that up. Let's put that at a 500. What you really want is, I don't know, $20,000 to solve your problem, it sounds like, right? Well, that's up here probably at least a 12 or maybe a 1,500, right? It's a frequency, and you can't get what you want from where you are. This doesn't come down to you, honey. You have to come up to it. You have to raise your vibrational frequency to match what it is you want, no matter what it is, whether it's a person, a job, a thing, or health thing, whatever that is. You've got to make yourself vibrate at the same frequency as the thing you want. And that's not a lack mentality, which is right now where you're stuck. You're stuck in this, I don't have it, I need it, I don't have it, I need it, I don't have it. And every time you say that, every time you think that, that's what you put out into the quantum field. Now, as Joe Dispenza talks about this, and I love his verbiage here, I was just listening to him again a couple of days ago, and he put it in a way I'd never heard it that was so succinct and wonderful. I loved it. And let's see if I can pull it out of my brain now. Basically, because we create with our thoughts, if you are thinking a thought, that is like sending an electrical signal out into the quantum field. Now remember, the quantum field contains every conceivable and more that we can't even conceive of possibilities, probabilities, options, wonderment, things that are even grander than we could imagine for ourselves. All of that is out there in the quantum field, right? So we have a thought and it goes out into the quantum field. The secret sauce, though, into bringing it back to us is emotion. You have to feel like you already have it to pull it to you. So your thought is the magnetic pulse that goes out, sends it out into the quantum field. Your emotion is the magnet that brings it back to you. I hope I did him justice. He's a magnificent teacher and man. So I hope that you can understand that. You're sending it out with your thoughts and you're pulling it in. You're pulling whatever it is you're in with your emotions. So you can see how if you're over here with your thoughts and your emotions in, I don't have the thing I want, I'm desperate, I can't buy groceries for my family next week, then that's just where you're going to stay. If you can find some way, sit down, close your eyes, breathe deeply, meditate, start visualizing, you can even, I talk out loud. I say that, I talk out loud, I'll tell the truth. When I'm trying to manifest something, I'll close my eyes and I'll picture the thing that I'm trying to manifest. And I talk about it as if it's already manifested. And then I'll start to go into, what would that feel like? What would it feel like to you, Ikram, if you walked out tomorrow out of your house and let's say you went to the park and you sat down on a bench and you looked down and there was a packet with $20,000 or whatever your currency is, the money that you need. I don't know if that was yours or what, I don't remember. What would it what would it feel like? You have to really get to that place of feeling in your heart, feeling in your body. Can you imagine what would you do with it? What was the first thing that you really have to use your imagination. What's the first thing that you would do with the money? Would you pay off whoever you owe? Would you buy groceries for your family? Would you buy your child some clothes or shoes? You know, would you put gas in your car? What kind of things would you do that? Imagine yourself doing those things. I'm just rambling and giving you examples, but anything you want, I don't care what it is, that really is the secret to getting it. But it's not enough to just think it. You've got to be the point of attraction, meaning the emotional state where I already have that thing in my life. So I'd like to assign you homework to go on YouTube and start researching and watching videos about the law of attraction. Again, I particularly like Joe Dispenza and Abraham Hicks. Those are two that are my favorites. That really, I mean, I can pull tarot cards for you. Tarot cards tell you probabilities. They basically pick up on a bandwidth of energy that's out there in the quantum field based on where you are at this moment. So if I pulled cards for you, it probably wouldn't be very positive, but it doesn't matter. What you want is the solution. You're not here, we already know what the problem is. The solution is something you can do something about. I can't give you the money, obviously, and tarot cards is not going to help you with that. The solution is to change your point of attraction, the frequency that you're vibrating at, in order to pull in that thing that you need. Now, don't have a lot of firm ideas, it's just an advice about exactly how that needs to look, because you can actually push possibilities away. Just be very general. I love that my debt is taken care of. I love that that problem was solved overnight. I love how the universe is supporting me. Things are always working out for me. Those kind of positive but very general thoughts is where you want to stay in the beginning. Okay, I've been rambling. I need to look at these comments, but that's what I have for you, Ikram. That really is the secret sauce, and anybody else here too, for that matter. That's the secret sauce. All right, let me check on your comments here. Y'all have been chatting up a storm, and I love it. Let me see. Where am I? It's still that rattle. I can't figure out what it is. It's making me nuts. Oh, thank you, Harris. I appreciate you backing me up on that. I mean, we all feel it. I'm not saying I don't get down and, you know, but that's human nature, but you just can't stay there in order to solve the problem. Excuse me. South Africa, I love it. Love always hearing where people are from. Risimati, am I saying that right? You'll have to get in line. I've got a couple before you, and it just depends on how much energy I have at the end of those readings. I've promised 3. I've done 1. I have 2 more to go. So let me see how I feel after all that. God, I love that, Harris. God closes one door to open many windows. Amen. I'm telling you, that's a great saying. I love that. Oh, Ithaca, thank you. I'm so glad it helped you too. I mean, it really works for everything. And it's interesting that, well, again, I could tell you stories, but I noticed that most quickly in relationships, if I'm dealing with something difficult in a relationship, I'll pull myself back in my energy and I'll sit and I'll meditate and I'll do the process I just rambled on about with you guys. And I'm telling you, sometimes the phone will ring before I even open my eyes, or somebody that will come to my door that afternoon or call me, or, you know, and it'll be a response to the new energy. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Did I hurt your feelings? I hope I didn't, you know, or whatever it was. or the boyfriend coming back when he needs to apologize, whatever that is. Oh, I'm so glad that helped. Ishka, you are a girl. Okay, thanks. Yeah, because some of the names that you can't always tell. Oh, thank you, Harris. I appreciate that. All right, now, Harris, somewhere up here in all of this, you wanted a reading. I do remember that. And I asked you to wait to put your question in. So I'm ready to do your reading if you want to type your question for me. And depending on the question, I may ask you to put more info. I really love Irish tea, Irish breakfast tea. Some mornings, not every morning, we'll have coffee in the morning, but tea is afternoon for me. I just love tea in the afternoon. I was busy today while I'm waiting for your question, Harris. I was busy today. I've been doing a house clearing. It's a lady who's buying a condo and she's having it renovated, and she says nothing but problems, and she can't get things done and people to show up and all that good stuff. And her daughter knows about me and what I do, and so they've hired me to do a house clearing for them, which is really so interesting. If you guys have never heard of this, it's pretty phenomenal. I have a list of about 37 questions and things that I dive into, everything from, oh goodness, ley lines and psychic cords and place memory and guardians and what else? I was looking at the list. Oh, human manifested energy forms, black magic, toxic lines, water lines, all that kind of stuff can affect your property and affect your health, by the way, if you live in a place where all those things are happening. So, and of course there's geopathic stress, all of that stuff affects us. Anyway, that I've had an interesting day so far. I've been doing a little deep dive for her on that. Okay, let me see. Here's your question. Okay, that's a great explanation, thank you. And I'm going to read it for people who won't see the chat later, and they will know what we're reading about. Harris is asking about how to be more efficient professionally, saying that I am the president of the China-Morocco Chamber of Commerce. In summary, I bring Chinese investment to Morocco. That's a big job. Those are big shoes. My son Ryan is in China. I have been after that in a toxic relationship and found my soulmate, but a little hesitant to commit. Which info would you need? Well, that's 3 different questions I'm hearing. Which one would you like me to answer? I can only do one question because other people have requested readings. But you can, if you like what I do, I can do a private reading for you. That's available, Harris. You can just email me the description box or whatever on my channel has that info. Okay, I get to choose. Let's see. First of all, let me tune in to your energy. First thing I need to know, I don't need to know, but it's helpful to know, is Harris Harris is not your actual name. So can you give me just a first name, please? That's your actual name, because people have all kind of handles here. I mean, mine, clearly, my channel is Scorpio 1111. That's not my name. So that helps me to tune into your energy. Okay. Muley, am I saying that correctly, Muley? Okay. I take these off and put them on. I get tired of putting them back on, but it's helpful. Malay Ahmad El Makaho. Oh, I'm going to butcher that name if I say it. I won't. Okay, Malay. All right, that's helpful. Thank you. That's perfect. That's all I need. So bear with me. I'm in my process here. Just bear with me here as I tune into your energy. your family situation is being affected. Wait a minute, your work, I got that backwards. Your work situation is being affected by your family situation. Malay, do you have a male family member close to you, like a grandfather or even father that has crossed over already? Can you answer that for me? Oh, thank you. Yes, grandfather. Well, I've never gotten this. This is interesting. It's an interesting story here unfolding. Did your grandfather, was he upset when you separated from your family, your wife? Or it's almost like he liked her best. He liked her, and he wasn't happy when you, I can't remember if you said separated, divorced, whatever, but you split. You're in one country, she's in another. That's a split. Are you aware of how he felt about her? Aware of his feelings about that? You're separate, okay, separated. Are you aware? Because I don't know which grandparent this is. It's a grandfather, father, male. So are you aware? Can you give me a feedback on that? Is that true, or are you aware of that? Sorry, there's a delay with YouTube, y'all. It takes maybe a minute or so for the chat to come through. He was supportive and you wanted to go with, but you couldn't. I don't think that, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to bust you a little bit. When you say I couldn't, you could have, but you didn't want to, is what I'm feeling. I'm not saying, I'm not being judgmental. Do not get me wrong, please. That's not where I'm coming from. But, okay, thank you for saying, yeah, too much pressure and I don't like people controlling me. Okay, well, thank you for saying that, because that's what I'm feeling. Yeah, you weren't having it. I can tell that you like to control things. Again, I'm not being judgmental. Please don't take it that way. I'm waiting for Spirit to tell me why is this person here? First of all, that's not what he asked. He didn't ask to speak to you. Why are you here? So bear with me just a minute here. It's like, okay, this is not true, so I'm going to say it. It's like he's haunting you. I don't really mean haunting you, but he is there. He is observing you. And so he wanted to bring his 2 cents in here in this conversation tonight. Okay. Who is? That would be, well, you see Harris Bob in the comments is actually, well, I lost that word. Mulay's grandfather is coming through to talk to him about his situation. This just took a turn because sometimes, I'm a medium, so sometimes people come through to talk to us. I have to say, though, now, I'm trying to determine, I don't like what's coming through to me, so bear with me a second. I want to be sure, before I say this, I want to be sure I'm getting it right for you. Okay, this particular grandfather was a bit mischievous. Can you identify that with one of your grandfathers? He was a bit mischievous. He also liked to control things, but when I say mischievous, I don't mean like he liked to play practical jokes so much. It's just, how do I put that into words? How do I put that into words? It's the father of your soulmate. This is who you're with now? Is this soulmate who you're with now? Liam, thank you. I've got a couple ahead of you, so hold on. I don't know if I can get to all of them tonight. Okay. So this male figure who's with you, who's haunting you, and I'm saying that tongue-in-cheek, this feels like somebody who is throwing roadblocks. Goodness, Mercury is retrograde. Now, I'm telling you, I've been a medium for a decade or two, 3, I don't know. And I've never had a message like this. I don't really think that our loved ones don't haunt us in that way. When they cross over to the other side, they want the best for us. Absolutely 100%. They don't hold grudges when they cross over. This is a spirit that's mischievous. And I'm not saying evil. I'm not saying any of that. But this spirit is trying to some way control you, trying to throw roadblocks for you. And it's affecting your job, and your job is part of it. It's like he doesn't want you to succeed at something you're doing. Now, I can't identify if this is your soulmate's father, who it is. I'm just telling you the kind of personality that this is. It's like he either wants to have it his way, meaning he wants you to do what he wants you to do, or he sees the direction that is best for you to go, even though you cannot see it. I hope that makes sense. All right, let me settle my energy down just a second. Yes, that's exactly what it feels like, Harris. His name is Lala Suk. Get my name up. Get these. His name is Lala Sukayani. Is that anywhere close? Well, I couldn't have said it better. Yeah, it's just like guiding me by blocking the roads. That's what it feels like. Yes, that's exactly what it feels like. And sometimes it's like the mischievous part is like he's feeling like almost snickering when he does it, like, you won't like this, but but not in an evil way. I don't feel he's malicious in any way. It just feels like a parent giving you tough love. That's what this feels like, a parent giving you tough love. And I was always a tough love parent in my family. Well, maybe. I can't say it's retribution if that's what you mean. But I won't say it's not a little of that. And what's weird to me, this is what I'm having trouble with. This is why I'm struggling here. Spirits that have fully crossed over do not come back in that kind of energy. They just don't. They only want positive for you. They don't, I mean, you know, that's just, so I'm struggling to just give me a second, y'all, please. This is tricky. As I look over at my check sheet, and you see that it says tricky souls? There are trickster souls who will come in as imposters. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Is this an imposter, somebody posing as your grandfather just to, you know? Oh, you're very welcome. I don't know that I helped you yet, but I'm not giving up either. Well, they can influence you. Yes, they can. Oh, yes, they can. But most spirits that have fully crossed over, like your family and your loved ones, again, it is a messy mess. Pardon me. Again, they just want what's good for you. And their motives would be just guiding you because they can see the good that's down the road for you. We can't see that. They can see it. And they know if you turn right, you're going to miss all that goodness that's down the road to your left. That's what normally happens. This has a different edge to it that I'm really not sure what the backstory of this is. Harry says, I feel something all the time for impossible missions, make it happen, and something simple just going sideways. Yes. Yes, that's kind of what I'm feeling a little for you too. So, I started by asking you, well, okay, let's get to the crux of it. Regardless of who this spirit is. I'm just trying to keep up with your comments. You're typing fast. Hard, but I've got to accept. Be patient. Save Morocco for bringing all the assistance for health during COVID. Oh my gosh, crazy stuff. That is crazy stuff. But you've got to accept it. Yeah, to be patient. Well, that's a beautiful thing. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Yeah, tell me about crazy. I live in a crazy world. Did you hear all those things that I deal with? Yeah, talk about crazy. Woo. I'm changing subjects a little bit here. Wait, I said that and then they're not letting me, so give me a second. You've got a whole team. I mean, we all do. We all have a team watching out for us on the other side. Guides, angels, deceased loved ones, ancestors, they're all around us all the time. So I'm saying that, but you have more. And because of your job, because of your position, I'm going to say something I've never said, so this is weird. I can't even believe I'm saying this on a public venue like YouTube. I can't even believe it. Oh, Lord help me. There have been opposing forces. Hi, Liam from Newcastle in England. That's, oh, in Minnesota. Goodness gracious. Y'all jumped on here. I love this. Thank you. Well, thank you for saying that, Harris. Thank you. You are here for a reason. Yes, we all are. I just want you to know that I am not one of those readers here on tarot that dives into the dark end of the pool. I don't go looking, talking about black magic and dark souls, and I don't go there. My readings tend to be positive and uplifting, and we just got a little different something tonight going on here with you, and I'm just trying to get to more of it for you. So that's why I'm hesitating. I really don't want to talk about that. I don't want to scare people. That's really what I don't want to scare people. But the fact is, folks, there are darker energies. There are. Can't stand that reflection on my glasses. There are darker, you're very welcome, darker energies. And for example, because I was just talking about doing a house clearing over here and some of the things that I check for when I do a house clearing, because I do it remotely, it doesn't matter where in the world it is, but, and I won't even go into that whole long process. I'm giving you one example. Liam, that's right, and it's cool that you can feel that. So let me explain something to you that I'm getting ready to talk about that may make sense. There's 100 reasons why that could be the case, so don't latch onto this one necessarily. But for example, if people talk about casting spells. If you get angry with somebody and you say something and those words come out of your mouth, that is a kind of spell that we just talked earlier, and you guys were here from the beginning. Well, I know Harris was. and I keep calling you Harris because it's easier than your actual name. Forgive me. I hope you don't mind. Moolah, is that, I've lost it again. It's so far up in the feed now, I can't find your name, honey. I'm sorry. But I'm saying Harris because that's what people are seeing in the chat. All right, so let me focus. So much I want to share with you. So that is a kind of spell. There are different levels of spells. And those levels have to do with intent, for one thing, right? What intent was that an innocent, I'm just angry and I'm saying what I'm saying to you, wasn't really an intent to hurt you. Now then, another kind of thing was somebody actually trying to hurt you or trying to, I forget, y'all, I talk with my hands, I can't help it. Actually intending to cause harm, that is another level. And then there are people who are skilled in the mystical and metaphysical world, and they have rituals and techniques. That's a whole other level. So there's many variables in that world. That's number one. Number two, I'm guessing, Ishka, that's not a good oh God. That's yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Take my time because it's just so much, and I can't tell you everything in one little video here. For example, another thing that can happen. If someone lives somewhere or sits in an office chair, I'm saying this specifically to you, Harris, I'm going to call you Harris if you don't mind, because there's some of this kind of energy that's affecting your productivity. You started the question line with that. There's some, I don't know where you work. I think you probably have an office, but I don't know that, or maybe it's just an office in your home, but I'm seeing an office setting like a desk and all that kind of situation. So people, when they live or work or wherever they are, spend a lot of time in a place. We talked about energy before. You leave an energy imprint where you are. Whether you're aware of it or not, you do. Now, depending on who you are, what you're going through, that can be positive or not. So, for example, if someone, and I hear this from realtors all the time, because if you've ever tried to buy a house or even move into an apartment and you move in there and you look at 5 different ones and you go in one, it's like, oh no, I don't even want to go past the front door. You feel something, right? You're feeling something. You don't know what to call it. You can't articulate it, but your body is a human sensory device and you feel that. So you're feeling the energy that's there. So there are human energy residuals in places that can be negative and therefore detrimental. I think, now, I got to tell you one more. There are also things called dark forms. So let me back up. For example, I know I'm jumping all over the place, just too much information. For example, if you work in an office where someone sat for 20 years and that person was unhappy, they were depressed, maybe they were ill, maybe their wife left them, their parents died, their dog died, can't pay their bills, whatever, this person was depressed. If you go and sit in that same chair, you're going to find you're getting depressed too. There is an energy imprint in that spot that is affecting you wherever you're working. Now, I was going to also share something that's a little, oh shoot, we're past woo-woo. Anyway, we're way past woo-woo. So sometimes these are just like little blobs of I don't know, you can imagine them however you want, little blobs of gray energy that look like clouds, whatever. And they can just stay like that, right? But over time, for example, if that person continued to stay there and that contribute that kind of energy, these energy forms can get stronger and stronger, and they can actually at a certain point take on a personality, almost have will of their own, going from just being a blob of energy to something more evolved. And I say evolved, I use that word generously. And then, because they don't necessarily have legs, or they like the energy of the person, they say, oh, I want to glob onto that person. I'm going to go over there. And they start affecting your energy, or your mood, your emotions, that kind of thing. This is a deep, oh, goodness, I never would have guessed we got into this tonight. I got to have a sip of tea. So, let me catch up on your comments. That's kind of what me sharing all that with you is what I'm feeling in your workplace. Is there's some kind of energy there that's not fun. It's affecting you. That's the most general word I can use. So, because you asked me about your productivity. Now, let me go back and read your comments. I just went down that rabbit hole, didn't I? I did. I went right down that rabbit hole. Rabbit hole. Oh my God, your father is a Sufi. Oh. Oh my God, and that, sorry, just hit my mic. That gives me chill bumps. Can your father, because your father might could clear this energy for you. Okay, let me finish. Mule, thank you. I apologize. I just get so wrapped up in what I'm saying. People bring me good news. Oh. Yeah, I know, Liam, I'm pretty weird. I'm just telling you, I'm out there, but I only talk about things that I can experience or have experienced, or someone I trust has experienced. Okay, here's you're saying, Art Mule, I understand, we'll feel that energy, and I got it fed in the energy of the place and the people. Yeah, it is weird. So you're feeling that. You probably didn't know what it was or couldn't articulate it, but you're feeling it. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad it's helpful. Thank you. And that's when you feel the fluctuation. But what should you do? That is the $1,000,000 question. You can relate to that. Okay, rabbit hole. I will change my rabbit hole, H-O-L-E, meaning I'm going down in that hole. It's like Alice. The reference is to Alice in Wonderland. If you know the story, Alice goes down into the rabbit hole and, you know, discovers a whole world there. Yes, hole. Not W-H-O-L-E. It's just H-O-L-E. W-H-O-L-E is like a complete, all of something, whole. H-O-L-E is like a, this cup has a hole in it, H-O-L-E. Yes, yes. No, that's okay. I didn't know. There's often a language barrier here on many of these. Well, if your father is a Sufi, he could probably clear it for you once he knows or is aware that that's there. One of the things, I mean, certainly I can do that kind of work, but I'm not here to advertise me. That's not where I did not intend to go talk about this because of what I do. You can start by, do you meditate by chance? Burn some incense in the room. Another thing you can do, I'm just trying to tune in here. Excuse me. Yes, I am, Ishka. Well, everybody should meditate, in my opinion. Everybody. It's so, so very good for you in ways that you can't imagine. There's several things that you can do that might help shift the energy, okay? And you might think they're a little unusual, but first thing I would do is, before you meditate, wear this in this space. Because I'm hearing, not yet, not yet. Meditate at home, not in the space that we're talking about. Because that's going to give you another level of strength. You need to ground yourself and get strength and connect to a higher energy, okay? That's going to help you stay more grounded in your energy and just overall, it helps your energy. So that's one thing I would recommend. So meditate at home, not yet in this space. In the space, burn incense, and I'm waiting for them to tell me. 7 sticks of incense. Now, if you're doing this, excuse me, my throat's, yeah, they don't want me to tell you this. When you hold the incense, do I have any in here? I don't, it's in my other room, but I have a paintbrush I can show you. All right, when you hold the, this is also my art studio. When you hold the incense, can you see this is the brush end? Say that this is the end of the incense that you light when you hold the incense. If you're a man, you hold the incense with the burning end to the left, okay? So go into your space, light the incense, and hold it like this, and bow, and then ask whatever you believe in that's greater than you are, whatever you call that, whether it's Allah or God or Spirit, the Divine, whatever you call that. Ask them to assist you in clearing the energy, to restore the energy in your space to harmony and supportive energy. That's a good place to start. And then you stick the incense down in a container. It can be like a bucket or a bowl with sand, or I prefer rice because rice is an offering. That's what I would recommend. And just let it burn all the way out. Let it burn all the way until it's completely burned down. All right, anything else? Oh, that's a lot of incense. Okay, they're asking you to do that 3 days in a row. 3 consecutive days in a row. Now, if that doesn't help, you can also take rice. Rice is an offering, all right? And you can go into the room. These are things that I would do if like you were physically here close where I could do this, but and I know I have certain authority to do it. I'm not sure if it works as well for other people, so that's why I don't know, but you can try it. Take the rice and like a bowl, a small bowl of rice, and you can put your hand over it as if you're going to bless it. And you just connect with what you believe in that's greater than you are, and you ask the rice to be, you want to bless this rice, that it be an offering, that it might assist in clearing any negative or detrimental energy in your space. And then you take little handfuls and you just kind of scatter it around the space, especially in the corners. Energy tends to collect in the corners of the room. So scatter it around the room and then leave it there, and hopefully you don't have any animals that are going to come in during the night and eat it or whatever. Leave it there at least overnight, preferably for 24 hours, and then you can sweep it up and throw it out, okay? It helps to absorb negative energy. The last thing is have a party. Did you guys know that? Laughter, children's laughter especially, party. You can actually, I don't know how big your space is, if it's just an office, I don't know, have your workmates or somebody come in after work one day and have a couple of drinks if you do that or something. Like I always tell people, if they're moving into a new home, and this is not having anything to do with me doing a house clearing, but one of the best things you can do to shift energy is to have a party, have a happy party. Happiness, laughter can really shift the energy in a space. Okay, let me catch up on the comments. Those are things that you can do. Let me see here. Oh, Liam, that's an interesting comment. Well, that's because they are talking to you. That's a blessing if you get a conversation like that in your dreams. That's a blessing. Okay, you're saying, Malay, sometimes I feel lately just like I have a third eye between my eyes on the top of it. Well, you do. That's because you do. You absolutely do. You have dogs. I felt that. That's why I said that about don't let them eat the rice. It'll make them sick. I mean, for any, just close the door. Don't let them eat that. I mean, not just because eating rice will blow up in the stomach. It's because there's a lot of negative energy going to be absorbed. So be sure you don't let them eat it. And salt, yeah, salt is good too. This is very Chinese. Indeed it is. Because my spiritual shaman, whatever teacher, he doesn't call himself that, but he is from the Chinese community in Malaysia. That's where I met, and I began studying with him 35 years ago. So much of what I've learned absolutely comes from that. Muya, am I saying that right? Muya Mimo, hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. Oh my Lord, 8 languages. I have a good friend. We just went to the symphony. We have season tickets to our local symphony here. And so we go out and do that. And we go to art events together. She's from Germany. She speaks 5 languages, I think, and it blows my mind. She's from Germany. She speaks very, very good English. She lived in Mexico for 3 years, so she speaks Spanish. She also went to school and studied Chinese, and I think there's something French, I think she speaks. It's mind-blowing. Well, Liam, okay, let's talk about that, right? It really is... Okay, Ishka, you have to wait your turn, honey. Arabic, French, English, Spanish, Italian, or Chinese Mandarin, and Cantonese, Korean, holy moly, and Japanese. It hurts to think about how big your head has to be to carry all that knowledge around. I'm kidding, of course, but wow, I am in awe, totally in awe. Okay, I'm glad you're here. I haven't forgotten you, darling. I haven't forgotten you. I need to address Liam, though, because this is real important. I'm sorry that it scared you, Liam. I understand why it would have scared you. Of course, if you're not used to that, of course it would scare you, right? I mean, it probably didn't scare you so much that night as it scared you when you realized that it came true. Most people think that in some way, if they have an experience like that they caused it, and that could not be further from the truth. It certainly, you didn't cause that, so I hope that you don't feel that way. It really is just a matter of you plugging, excuse me, you plugging in to that energy. And for some reason, your spirit team, your angels or guides or whomever, I don't know who was responsible for plugging you into that information, wanted you to have it. Maybe they thought it would ease the blow of something that they knew was going to happen. But it could also be an indication that you have a gift to be able to see those things. I don't know if that's the only time anything like that has ever happened to you. So please don't be afraid of it. The way I like to tell people to handle it is to simply ask them, what do they want? What do you want? I have a young lady that comes to my meditation class, and she sees and hears things, voices, and they talk to her, and it has scared her as well. And just ask them what they want. If they speak to you, what do you want? What is your message for me? What do you want me to do with this information? So just have a conversation with them, whether it's in your dream or out loud when you're awake and walking around. But I don't feel there's any danger, anything for you to be afraid of. I know we talked about dark spirits. That was a whole different conversation, but I don't feel that you're in any danger at all. I think it was just whole different situation, and maybe Spirit just wants to wake up that part of you if that's something that you are open to. It says you get them all, you're saying, I get them all the time. They take me to a place of peace, and there you go. And nothing is around us, and they take me to, and they talk to me about various things. Well, that just means, yes, so you're doing the right thing. You can usually tell by how you feel when that energy is near you. And you're basically backing up what I was feeling too, that it's a peaceful place. So I don't sense there's anything for you to be afraid of in any way. It's just Spirit, the other side of the veil, whatever you call that, is communicating to you. And I will say, people, the veil is getting thinner. So more and more people are being able to hear communication from the other side. I think that's a great thing. Good, Liam. I'm very glad to hear that. Liam's saying it doesn't scare him. He feels nothing but peace. That's excellent. I'm so glad to hear that. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Yes. We all have our trophies, don't we? Yeah, just ask them what they want, or what message they have for you, and see what they say. However, that being said, if this comes at a particular time, like when you're sleeping, or sometimes they come to you when you're really tired. Like a lot of my medium work I do best when I'm tired. It's like somehow my defenses or my walls go down, and I'm able to hear those messages. You should do a protection ritual just in case, because if you're opening the door for that, there is always the possibility that something not so wonderful might creep in. So just do a protection ritual, and ask to be surrounded in God's divine light, and be protected from anything that is harmful, negative, or detrimental for you. And that won't stop, excuse me, if they're higher level beings, that won't stop them talking to you. So that's my recommendation. Always when you're sleeping, okay? But you feel them around you at night. And so it's probably your spirit team communicating with you. I love that. And you see them. Of course you can see them. I don't see them in the way that a lot of, psychics and mediums, we have different skill sets. Some people get, like certain psychics get information because they see them. I don't see it so much like you would imagine out here. I get like imprints of pictures in my head. I feel things, I hear things. So it depends on, how your body's wired as to how you get information. But if that's how you're getting it, then more power to you. That's awesome. Harris, stop drinking, Liam. I don't know. I think he's having a good experience over there. I think we're going to encourage him. Well, there you go. See? And light flashes in front of you. Liam, it sounds classic. It sounds like a lot of what I experience. Again, ask what they want. They're coming to you because they have messages either to give you or for you to give to other people. That's why I'm largely here on YouTube, is doing what I do. And I'm not saying go out and start a YouTube channel necessarily, unless you feel pulled to do that. But it really is about you waking up to gifts that you have, and more people on the planet are starting to do that. So I'm happy for you. Sukaina, did I pronounce that correctly, is saying hello, hello and welcome. For a week, I have drawings appearing on my right hand and words. Whoa! I can also see souls. Feel dead. There you go. Feel dead people. Hear messages and have premonition. I can't say that word tonight for some reason. I'm going to blame it on Mercury in retrograde. Premonitions, basically, in her dreams. Yes, yes. That's what happens to some of us. Harris, I'm going to, maybe, I can't. Okay, I'm not sure I'm following. Are you two having a conversation between yourselves, or are you saying, oh, that is your soulmate? Oh, how cool is that? Oh, well, goodness. Well, she could probably pick on that energy too then that we were talking about earlier for you. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I'm so glad you're both here. How cool is that? You got you got a glass of wine and you're tuned in. I love it. It's like, you know, I'm entertainment for Saturday night, right? I love it. That's fun. I wish I could have a glass of wine with you right now, but I'm having tea until this is over. Let me see. Growing your channel? Well, I hope so. Yes, that would be awesome. Yes, thank you. I'm very grateful. I mean, we talk about all kinds of things on here. Anything to do with metaphysical stuff I love it. And if you don't know, I taught meditation classes for 25 years. I stopped for a few years, thought I was retired. Spirit had a different idea for me. And so I started teaching again this past year, so I can talk about that as well. I'm also an artist, if you want to know about that. I have so many hats, I can't wear them all. Tea is good. Tea is good. Oh, you're having tea with me then. All right, cheers. We're having tea together. I communicate with the other side, but it comes in my voice in my head. Didn't know I had the gift until 2017. That's kind of how it happens for me as well. It's just I hear things in my head. Now, one indication for me, and I hear this is fairly common, is like when I'm talking to a deceased loved one, for example, I feel them. I don't see anybody standing there, but I feel them on the left side of my body. It's why if I'm doing a reading for someone like that, it's like I keep looking to the left as if I'm going to see somebody standing there, but there's nobody there, of course. And just energetically, I don't know how else to say that. It feels like they're on my left. Don't know if that is something you felt or any indication at all. You claim that too. Awesome. Yes. Good, good. And my name, if you weren't here at the beginning, my name is Darlene, but that's my channel. That's right, because I am an 1111. I'm a double Scorpio and 4 times 11. It's crazy. Anyway. Now, I know I promised a reading. Was Ishka, do you still have a question? Wasn't it you? And you said I had helped with something, but somebody else had a question. Okay, would you go ahead and type that in now for me? Thank you. But you can see how it gets lost in the feed. That's why I like people to hold their question. Thank you. Let me get my glasses again. Oh boy, those need cleaning. Oh, here's our Mula. Yes, you're very, very welcome. Mulay, did I say that right? You are very welcome. I do hope it's helped. I hope it's helped. I generally do. And try the incense. And I do go live here once or twice a week. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll follow up and let me know. If you are subscribed and you hit the notification bell, YouTube will let you know when I come on. Have not been scheduling these. I would like to get back to that, but my life has been kind of all over the place, so I have to just do these lives when I can. So anyway, yeah, all done. Good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. I really want to hear, because if that doesn't fix it, you might need to call in reinforcements. You might need, to call in somebody. And a lot of the time, well, no, I won't say that. It depends on the situation, but I do a lot of remote things, so it depends on who you call and what their skill set is, but there's probably, you live in a mystic area, there's probably somebody there that could do this for you as well if it doesn't fix itself. But anyway, you're asking that and he's sitting right next to you? First I have to come up here to Ishka. I've got to answer her question. She's been waiting a very long time, and I'm very grateful, by the way. Thank you for waiting. Okay, she wants to know current feelings. Let me see. What deck for Ishka, please? I'm going to pull some tarot for you. No, let me ask first. Let me ask. Oh, y'all, I do apologize when I mispronounce your names. I'm so sorry. I don't mean any disrespect. It's just I don't know how to pronounce them sometimes, so forgive me if I don't do a very good job. Bahavya Serene, did I get close, I hope? So Ishka is asking about Bahavya Serene's feelings. It's an on and off situation going on since the month of May. We're not talking last 6 days. Also, it's long distance dating. We just met. Okay. Well, a couple of things. I'm not an astrologer, but I know there's a lot going on in the heavens right now. I mean, Pluto, which is the lord of the underworld, the lord of our, feelings and things and deep thoughts, is changing signs. So that's causing a lot of transition for most of us. Also, Mercury's going retrograde, which means communication is difficult or non-existent, or miscommunication happens a lot. So that can also be a thing for you. Let me see. Who did I miss? Chandrell, I got a question. Okay, Chandrell, hold on, honey, because I got a couple before you, and let me see how long these take. Depends on how much energy I have. All right, Ishka, let me see. What deck, please, for Ishka? We'll keep up with this one. The little light seer, the small light seer. Okay. Javon Myers, hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. Where are you guys from now? I've got some new people. I've got people from Morocco here. From, where was the, yeah, Turkey, Morocco. Can't remember where else tonight. All right, I got to focus. I can't chat, y'all. I got to focus. Let me go up here to Ishka's question. She wants to know about Bahavya Serene. What his, I presume, is a he. I feel like that energy is a male. How he feels about her. What are his feelings for Ishka? Well, that's obvious. There's Chariot in reverse means nothing's happening. No. He's probably not talking, but usually that means no action. Nothing's happening. We know this. What else, please? Can you tell me what his feelings are? What's going on? What are his feelings? Well, he does care about you. Do you know what I just heard? He's scared. He cares too much. It's scaring him. But I'll get more cards. What are his feelings for Ishka? Whoa. Okay, hold on. Is it possible he's not single? I got 2 cards here that would indicate this person is not free and single. Do you know or not? Can you answer that question for me, Ishka? Actually, I can relate to that. I have a twin flame, and that's a whole other level of connection with somebody. So I know a lot about what that feels. He's single, okay. Are you single? He could just be... There's something here that has to do with the home. This is in the upright, and y'all don't know tarot. I talk to you sometimes like you do, and maybe some of you do, but okay, good, I'm glad you're single, both. This has something to do with the home and family, and it's in reverse. That means some kind of disharmony in the home or family. And this is the card of liberation, but it's in the reverse. So something is holding him back that has to do with home and family. It could be just a money thing, but this card typically means liberation in the upright. So there's something here having to do with home and family that's holding him back. All right, let me keep going here. But this card is fabulous. It says he's got feelings, but let me see if I can get more for you. He's too mysterious. He doesn't open up. Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? Let me see. Well, there's probably a reason for that. Ooh. This is the last card I would hope to get for you in your circumstances. This is the Seven of Swords. This is the card in the tarot that talks about lying, cheating, and deception. I get a vibe that this person may not be single. I mean, I don't have another person per se, but I do have an Empress in reverse. This means there can be no expansion. This means that there is no expansion because there is conflict and competition. The competition can be another person. It can be a job. It can be a health issue. But it can also be somebody who's not healed. And I get this back and forth energy. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody who wants to come forward, but very, 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 very slowly. But it's bookending this Star in reverse. Stars can be wish in reverse. It means wishes not coming true. You're having your wishes dashed, or somebody who's not healed. And I just get this real pull of energy between those two. Yes, this person, what else? Okay, yeah. All right, this person is getting, it looks to me like this person is getting over either, hold on a minute. Move these cards. I know you can't see all these, but this person has been stuck and at a crossroads, but they're trying to come out of that. This is the Justice card. This can have to do with a legal situation, a marriage, but it means balance, basically, balance and harmony. But the reason I say that this person could still be getting out of a marriage, maybe you don't know about it, or dealing with a legal situation, something or someone, I'm taking this as a person from their past because I've got a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, a broken heart, followed by a King of Cups. I don't like these cards for you, honey. I'm sorry, but I'm not seeing good energy with this person. This is, you got a King of Cups in between. Now, this could say that this Queen of Cups in reverse, I'm sorry, that's a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. She's somebody who's needy, greedy, all about the money, all about the status, that kind of thing when she's in reverse. Also codependent. And you see what I'm seeing here? She's in the reverse. In the middle of this King of Cups who's in the reverse, this is somebody who's holding back their heart. There's a heartbreak right in the middle of these two people. Now, I ask about your person. I don't know that this is you. It feels like this is somebody else in their life. And all of that came after this Justice card telling us that this was something from their past. So this person has got something in their past that they're not telling you that they're not healed from. This Three of Swords is in the upright. If it was in the reverse, I would say they're trying to get over it. This is in the upright. I think this person this is fresh. This is happening now. Yeah, because we've got, there are now 3 queens in this reading. So this is telling me there's somebody else still in the picture. Queen of Cups, which I ask in the top row how he feels about you. He does have feelings for you, but down here in this bottom row, I can't deny these cards. So you've got the Queen and King, but the King is in reverse. This is somebody who's emotionally unavailable, who cannot open or will not open his heart because it's broken, very likely because of a Queen of Pentacles. Well, I think now, and can't make this up, Tarot's a magic. This is what tarot readers call the player card. This is the Knight of Wands. You don't want to get that card in a love reading, believe. But it also means, it doesn't just mean that he's a player. It could mean that. It can also mean risky. This is a person who comes in, has a good time. You'll love being with him for the night, but then he's gone tomorrow. Okay, this is, you can't count on this person. Yeah, you can't count on them. But there is passion there. I won't say that. There's passion. Yeah, they'll choose you for the night. Then there's passion, and then they'll ghost you the next day. I just don't get an energy around this issue. I'm just saying this is not what I would like to pull in a love reading. I'm not saying that this person can't or won't come back to you, but you asked me what's going on, and I think it has to do with somebody else in their life that they're dealing with right now. And again, this could, you know, maybe this person is in their mind very single. Could be they're harboring feelings about this broken heart, and it just makes them emotionally unavailable. And so they might be willing to have a superficial relationship, but they're just not able to go deeper than that. That's very possibly what this is meaning. Okay, let me get down here and catch up on your comments. That is correct. Okay, I see that comment. You're very welcome. South Africa, yes, that was it. I couldn't remember. Thank you, Malay. South Africa, I knew it was somewhere. Another country, continent. Dallas, Texas, that's cool, like that. You don't know if you have a future in that. I feel his energy is intensely. Yes, I think I read that one. Just catch up here. It's bothering me. His behavior is too confusing. You know why? That's because he's confused. Yeah, I don't get the sense that this is somebody that's going to give you clarity anytime soon, because they don't have it. Oh, I love that. Thank you. I'm going to call you Harris because that's what's in the chat again. But I love it when you guys talk to each other and support each other. That's the kind of chat and conversations and community I want to build here. Yeah. Why? She's asking, for those of you who don't read the chat, she's asking about this and why, that she is saying that's his personality, but why would he do it in a long-distance relationship? Well, you answered your own question. It's because it's long-distance, because you can't see what's going, you can't drive by his house and see that there's somebody else's car there, or somebody, I'm sorry to just be that straight, but that's, people do a lot of things because you can't check up on them. It is messed up, you're right. Yes. Oh, I love how supportive you guys are. I will do that, Ishka. I will ask potential future, but I have to always give a disclaimer about future, that you remember earlier, now I know, Malay, you were here, I know you remember, I don't know if Ishka, if you had come at that point or not, but we talked about the quantum field and potentialities. So I can only read potentials, and people have free will. And that's why people ask me for timing, and I don't do timing in readings, just because I could tell you something today that has a 90% probability, and that person could make one decision tomorrow that changes all of that. So we can only pull on a potential, just so you know, and don't think otherwise. Any other tarot reader, we are here for entertainment purposes only. Whatever. Okay. All right. One at a time, ladies. Let me get through with Ishka. Well, Ishka, maybe you should look at what a twin flame relationship is. Now, there are such things as false twin flames, and that could be it. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I mean, if I get that card for you, you did get the Four of Wands. That is my twin flame card, but it was in the reverse for how he felt about you. That could be an indicator. But educate yourself about what that means. There's a lot of good information, not all of it's good about that. But it is a relationship that's very, very different than any other. And you feel the energy. There's an energy cord that connects you. That's why you feel that person. Oftentimes, they're in other relationships when you meet them. I mean, I'm just saying. But I won't take the time tonight to go into that. You can do some homework and learn more about that as you please or not. Okay. All right, let me ask what the most probable potential for Ishka is in the near future with her person she's asking about tonight. Please and thank you, Spirit. What is the most probable? That's inconclusive. Give me more, please. Well, there's two ways I could read that. Give me more, please, Spirit. And if anybody's here that hasn't hit that like button, I would be grateful if you would. I'm going to take that card because it tried to pop out and I stuck it back, but I knew when I did it, it needed to come out. Let me find it again. It was the Six of Pentacles in reverse. That just means an imbalance of energy. There it is. Anyway, thank you, because that shows your appreciation for me being here by hitting that like button. I am so grateful. And guys, I do go live here once or twice a week at least, so if you want a reading, if I don't get to you tonight, if you are subscribed and you have hit that notification bell, YouTube will notify you. Also, I'm taking this moment to have a little commercial break. Also, I do other kind of readings, like I do most of my readings that I do for love readings are Scorpio readings, but I did do a collective reading I posted today, so if that's your reading, you might want to go there and check that out, a love reading. Also, I do readings that are on deceased loved ones, because I am a medium, and so there could be a loved one there that you might know the story, so please go and check out that playlist. All right, back to Ishka's potential. So far, I'm not liking it, but let's see. Can you give me two more cards, please, for Ishka's potential with her person she's asking about tonight? More than two, but we'll take it. It's not looking good, Ishka. I'm sorry. Three of Wands. Now, this is not a bad card. It means timing. It can mean, it means this person is on the shore and they're looking out, waiting for their ships to come into the harbor. But it means timing, waiting, very possibly. And it could be saying, in the future, because we're asking potential, you're waiting for something that's never going to happen. In other words, this is somebody who is not giving equally to a connection, or cannot, or not willing to give equally to a connection. and it causes a lot of happiness. I'm just pulling, you may or may not know what these cards, that's the Six of Pentacles, this is the Sun in reverse. It causes a lot of unhappiness here. Can be a missed opportunity, can be also things not being illuminated, being brought to the light, things are not seen. I'm kind of surprised this card didn't come out in the reverse. This is Magician card, which means there are resources available. It just means things manifesting. It's somebody trying to manifest. This Magician on the card has all the resources of all the suits in tarot. And that could be a message for you going way back to the beginning when I was talking about, you remember me talking about manifesting and the law of attraction? So go back to the beginning, because I was answering that question for the very first reading I did. And because I'm getting a message that, I think you heard that, most of it. So you need to apparently do that too. I'm just saying, you know, back to that, if you're down here worrying about this person that you want to have in your life, but you're vibrating at a, whatever, 500, and what you want is a happily ever after, you know, the kids, the dog, the picket fence, and that's up here, but you're stuck down here, you can't get it. You've got to raise your vibration to believing that it's already yours. So go back and watch that. I won't go into that again, but I kind of feel that that's what this energy is telling me from this card. You can manifest, whether it's this person or not, it doesn't matter, because you will manifest something even better. If you go to that place, you will manifest this person or something better. Because so far you've not been listening to your intuition, and this is future, so I feel like it's saying you have the skills at your disposal. You have the option. You can manifest, but you're not listening to your intuition, and that causes this to happen. This is future we ask about. Probability. The King of Swords, this is the King of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who is cold and calculating, who will cut you with his, sooner cut you with his sword as look at you. It can also mean somebody who's not truthful. So, now I do have at the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Swords. This is back to you. I feel like that is you, because you came out, remember in the very first cards, we had this Queen of Cups. There is love here, and I know you'd like a new beginning, but things coming to light. So, I mean, I see with these cards at the bottom, there is a small potential. I don't want to get your hopes up. I'm going to come back to this law of attraction here. So, because it's at the bottom of the deck, it's kind of telling me there could be another story here. This could be the backstory, the understory of all of this, that you could have a new beginning. This could be, again, this person or somebody better. Yeah, that won't smother you or want whatever, things coming to light. Yeah, you might have more than one to juggle here. That's what Spirit's saying too. If you change, yeah, that Death card's about change. So I think this is just a lesson that if you want, this is not looking good for the energy as it sits right here, right now. So the only way you're going to change it is if you get into your manifesting energy. Otherwise, you're going to get this guy here. I don't want this guy. He's cold. Even angry. Callous, that's the word. Callous. So that's what I have for you, dear. You know, get busy manifesting. And my tagline here is get busy getting happy, because that's how you have to do it. You've got to start bringing in good feeling, good emotions to be able to pull good things to you. You can't do it from a place of lack. You can't have plenty or love or money if you're doing it from a place of lack. So there's that. Okay, let me shuffle these and I'll go back. Y'all, I'm about the end of my energy rope. I'm feeling it because I've done a lot of energy work today. This house clearing is taking a lot out of me. Let me go back and check. Anybody? Chandrell was cat and mouse game in twin flame. It's yes. I know it, sister. It's preaching it. It does. It is exhausting. It is so exhausting. Now, it's all about learning, right? I mean, that's why you bring that you and this person come into this lifetime to encounter one another. It is going to teach you a lesson if you allow it to. And when you learn the lesson, you can either shift and move on, or you can come into union. But twin flame relationships are often not about coming into union. It's about healing your inner wounds and what you need to heal. So I love that they're supporting you, Ishka. That's beautiful. I love that. So Dolly, you're saying my person 2 years no contact. Wow, that hurts. Highly inflammable, yes. It's highly heartbreaking. Oh, goodness. Thank you. Thank you, Harris, for answering, or Mulay, thank you for answering that question for Hugh. Hugh. Let me see. Hold on. Hugh, are you dealing with a severe illness? I'm feeling that you are, and that's why you asked the question. Can you answer that for me, please, if you're still here? Well, Chandra, that's cool. Then you were listening to what I said about the manifesting, right? That's... Well, I know, honey. Believe me, y'all, I'm not kidding. I have the T-shirt. I do know how hard it is, but I said earlier, again, I don't know if you were here or not, that, first of all, I didn't say this. First, let me say, it's been the greatest, one of, if not the biggest teachers about manifesting for me is my twin flame relationship. Because if he has, and I say present tense because he's still around. I'm just saying, he's still around. We're still bouncing off each other, I'll say it like that. But, you know, there is, in those dynamics, a runner and a chaser. He was the runner and I was the chaser. And once I started to understand and educate myself about the twin flame relationship, I understood that chasing just pushes him away. It's like magnets, and it just pushes them away. So the more energy you are expelling, the more energy you are giving toward the chase of the person, you're pushing him away. You've got to understand that. You're pushing them away. That is counter to the law of attraction. So what you have to do is turn inward. You have to focus on yourself. You have to start loving yourself. You have to, excuse me, start working on what your wounds are. Now, let me explain that. When I talk about your wounds, all of us have wounds. Anybody on the planet, I don't care who they are, what charmed life they appear to be living, everybody has wounds. So let's be clear about that. For me, I'm going to use myself as an example. Pardon me. This is what happens when I talk a lot, y'all. Bear with me. This is how I know I need to get off soon because my voice is going. So one of my wounds is about abandonment. Because it comes from my childhood and things that happened in my childhood. We all have wounds from our childhood. And so I'm just giving you the fast forward story. I know this about myself. And I typically attract a relationship where there's some third element in the relationship, okay? That could be a job, it could be a lot of different things, can be another person. So for me, when something would happen and he would run, once I learned this, I would start immediately focusing on me and the issue that I needed to heal. For example, you can, Sukaina, I know I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. I will do that in a moment, and then you're going to be my last reading for the night because I'm running out of energy. I heard you loud and clear. I saw your message, and I didn't forget you. Anyway, I just want to, because this is an important thing I think many of us want to know about. And I'm giving this advice to you, Sukaina, is that how you pronounce it? You're talking about your soulmate, Mulay, who we've been talking to in the chat here, who is still here. Okay, I want you to understand what I'm talking about right now is for you also. It all comes back. The answer to all of your questions is what I started this reading with tonight, was it's all about the law of attraction. It has nothing to do with what that person's doing over there or necessarily what you're doing right here, right now. It has to do with your energy frequency. So, what I started to explain to you, to use myself as an example, once I understood all of this and I started working on myself, for example, an abandoned, let's say he ghosted me and abandoned me, of course I felt all those feelings, and I felt hurt, and I felt abandoned, and I felt all the things that are not good enough and all those things. So what you have to do is you have to pivot. You can't be sucked down that rabbit hole of negative emotions. It doesn't fix the problem. It doesn't bring them to you. It pushes them away. What you have to do is pivot your thoughts and your energy in a positive direction. I don't care if this person comes back. Of course you do. I know you do. Let me put those down. I know you do. But what I'm saying is you've got to get yourself to a place of believing that you are worthy. You are whole. You are desirable. You are quality. You are a high value person. And you have to get yourself on what Abraham Hicks calls an emotional rampage, a positive emotional rampage, so to speak. And you have to do that, and then you have to start having that feeling. I'm going back and reiterating what we talked about earlier. Having the feeling of that person being everything you want that relationship to be about. You have to make yourself feel that without the person being in your presence. Without the money being in the bank, without the car being in your job, being in the garage rather, without the dream job. You're never going to get what you want if you're focused on what you don't have. You can only get it when you believe it's already yours. So the secret is to focusing on that. I am a valuable person. I am valuable. I am desired. I am loved. I'm beautiful. I'm whole, I'm healed. I mean, just go on and on about talking yourself up into a positive vibrational frequency where you want this to be. Talk about it in general terms. Don't use his name. Talk about it in general terms about my person, my partner, my man, my woman, whatever applies in your situation, loves me deeply. They support me in everything. I always get what I need and I want. My partner's always there for me. My partner takes such good care of me. They anticipate my every need. My partner knows exactly how I'm feeling when I walk in the door. They do little things for me that I didn't even ask them to do. They support me in all the ways that I can't, even in ways that I haven't even thought of. They draw me a bath and bring me a glass of wine when they know I'm tired and I don't even have to ask for it. They make a meal for me. They always bring takeout home for me. All these positive thoughts about what you might dream, what your dream relationship would be, it's just general. Don't put a name on it. You have to feel like you can already experience that first. And then either that, because when they feel you pulling away, is when they start to come back. They feel your energy leaving them because you're now on a different frequency. That's when they turn and come back to you. That's how that journey works. Okay, I have rambled and ranted and gone on about that. But everybody here that's asking about a love relationship, apply what I just said and go back and rewind to the beginning too, and you can hear that whole longer explanation. But anyway, okay, Sukaina, if I pray that I'm pronouncing that somewhere close to what it is. All right, I'm going to answer that one question for you, but I'm going to pull tarot cards for you, but honestly, the answer is what I just said to you. I mean, that's the answer is you can't. People have different interpretations of soulmates. Soulmates is a very generic, general term. It means somebody you have a soul connection with. That can be a child. That can be a friend. That can be your boss. That can be a family member. Soulmates is a very general term. So, you know, I know what you mean. You mean a romantic soulmate relationship, but it is if you decide it is. Yeah, your soulmate's if you decide it is. So I don't think you'd be in a relationship with this person if you weren't some kind of soulmate. The question, that's not what you really want to know, is you want me to tell the future, and I can't do that. I won't do that. I can tell you what the potential is, but it all goes back to exactly what I've been talking about most of tonight's broadcast about law of attraction. Oh, Ishka, oh my God, I'm just reading your comment about you lost twins in an abortion. Oh my God, honey, I'm so very sorry. I can tell you that those souls are still with you. I want you to start talking to them, not in a crazy lady kind of way, but it will help you heal your heart if you talk to them in a way that is compassionate, because they don't judge you in the same way that you judge yourself about that, to be clear. Those are sweet, innocent, pure little souls, and no, I'm not going to go. There's so much I could say about that, but talk to them in I don't know if you were far enough along that you had names picked out or not, but talk to them as if they're in the room with you sometimes. Just occasionally talk to them and say, you know, I love you. Even though I did what I did, I felt I had to do this. I love you. I will always love you, and I look forward to seeing you one day. So that helps you heal your heart around that issue. Just catching up your comments here. There you go, Chandrell. That's right. You know that. You know they miss us. I mean, your comment was, and you know, she's saying she's talking about the twin flame journey. She's saying she felt them and all those emotions that I was talking about. All those emotions too, but at this point, I know I'm a good woman, and his life sucks without you. Yes, you better believe it. Yep, because you treated him like a king. I know it. I did the same thing. That's right. If someone else does better than me, wife her. Yeah, wife her. I love it. In other words, make her, if somebody does better, in other words, nobody's going to do better than she did is what she's trying to say. Yeah, I get it. I know it. I feel the same way. I told him that too. I said, nobody's going to treat you better than I did. Go out there all you want to and explore, but I'm just telling you. And he keeps coming back. Uh-oh. Okay, Moolah, you know, that doesn't surprise me. Sometimes when these energies get stirred up, they know you're coming for them, so to speak. Just be strong. Don't let it affect you. It doesn't matter. You're still strong. You know, just keep affirming that. Because we're talking for somebody who might not have been here. We talked about a whole clearing that he's got to do with some negative energies. Yeah, they can sense that you're coming for them. You're going to get rid of them. And Chandrella is saying, I feel y'all. I lost mine and my twin flame. Oh, no, you lost a twin flame. Oh, a baby too. Oh, no. Oh, dear God. I can't, y'all. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry, y'all. Stop it. Oh my God. She's saying I was pregnant and the ex beat the baby out of me because it wasn't his and he was a narcissist. Oh my God. Oh honey, I am so, so very sorry you had to go through that. Oh jeez. My heart is with you, Chandrell. And Ishka says, I'll try talking to them, feeling empty at times. Yes, I'm sure you do. I know you do. Yes, me too, Ishka. I felt that to my heart as well for her. Oh my God, I can't even. I had many, many moons ago. Now, I was fortunate. I have 2 grown sons now in their 40s, but my first pregnancy was a miscarriage. And I know how I felt with that, much less anything like what you've been through. That's just horrible. Oh, I can't even, y'all, my heart is going out to y'all with these stories. Okay, Sokaina, if I'm pronouncing that anywhere close. I hope you heard what I was saying about soulmates and about law of attraction, and that really is the answer to your question. But I will pull a couple of cards for you, and then on that note, I'm going to have to leave because you can hear my voice is getting raspy. It's the end of the day. Okay, and I need to go eat some dinner. Ooh, all right, let me see. Let me tune in my energy here for you. What is the potential outcome, I think is what, or potential direction / potential outcome of this relationship. Please and thank you, Spirit, for Sokaina. I know I'm not pronouncing it right, but I'm doing my best. Well, oh my word, I can't even believe this. Tarot. With one exception, that all of those cards that I read earlier for the previous reading are coming back out, which is basically telling me the same story that, oof. Hang on. Pardon me, look at this. 10, yes, 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 there's that. Yes, yes, I see it. I see it, Spirit. Okay. Okay, the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. Okay, it is about collaboration, but it's a heavy weight. It's a heavy burden. And the reason, because that came out of the deck, and at the bottom of the deck when I looked, we talked about the bottom of the deck for me is what's sort of the underlying story. The bottom of the deck is because he's not free. He's not, this is the Queen of Pentacles. If I remember the backstory here, he's got somebody on another continent, in another world, right? And I think that's who this represents. And I say that because, and again, you'll recognize these cards. It's right next to this Justice card we talked. And one of the other reasons about this to me is somebody you're tied to legally, which is putting him in the energy of this Knight of Wands, and that means risky business. That's the Player card. It's an impermanence in energy. In other words, yeah, we can have a good time together, but I can't give you forever. I can't give you that right now. I'm just hesitating because I want to be sure I'm giving you the right energy with this card, because it can mean a number of things. But I can do it. He is willing to stand and fight for you. He is willing to stand to fight for this relationship for you. And he's trying to manifest, I think, a good outcome. He's trying to manifest, oh, here it is. He's trying to manifest the ability to come forward. He's trying to learn what he needs to learn. This journey with you two is teaching him a lesson. It's teaching both of you lessons. Go back, rewind, replay. I've talked about that tonight. This is the student card. It sometimes is an offer of pentacle, meaning something tangible and earthly, but it also means he's learning a lesson, and the lesson has to do with an ending. He needs to put an end to something, and I think we know what that is, right? We both know what that ending is. It's not you. It's if he wants to be with you, he's got to end the other situation. Because people, again, it's about energy. If you've got a third person, even if that person is on the other side of the world or on the moon or on Mars, their energy is entwined. They might as well be sitting in the room with you in some ways. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's true. And so until you can deal with in a positive way so that you don't create any more negative karma towards you, until you can deal with that and get a clean slate, that energy is going to be in your relationship. So the good news is, I mean, it's good. It's good if it just has to be, you've got to get this out of the equation, this other person out of the equation. That's what it looks to me like. For the long term, for you to be able to come together, because right now it's just causing this collaboration with you two is causing, this is the Ten of Wands, which is a heavy burden. Now it's at the Ten of Wands is the end of that struggle. It resets to an Ace of Wands, but you got to get through this struggle. You've got to finish this struggle first. I hope that makes sense. All right, that is what I have for you in terms of a potential. That's what the cards had to say. Yeah, and I love that. And I was kind of asking you in my head, anything else tarot, as I put the deck back and I cut the deck, and you got the Ten of Pentacles. That's tarot confirming to me that what I said to you was correct. If you do that, then you can have this happy family. This Ten of Pentacles is the, it's the dog, just what I said, it's the dog, the picket fence, the happy home that you want, and it's upright. Yep. Yep, but you got to put your ego and pride out of the way, both of you, especially him, and he's got to deal with that situation. Okay, that's what I have for you. All right, let me go back and see if I missed anybody else. And guys, please, if you have not hit that like button, please say thank you by hitting it. I'm very, very grateful. That shows me that you appreciate me being here. Let me see. Oh gosh, again, Chandrell, I'm just, oh God, the word gobsmacked, I don't know if you know what that, that's your story, it's just breaking my heart, jeez. Oh, that is so sad, Chandrell. I'm sending you a big hug and wishing you the best. I just heard you're going to find somebody better, though. Somebody that treats you really well is coming into your life. Yep, somebody that treats you well. It's going to get you past this Five of Pentacles, honey. Ooh, and this person's going to have a great sense of humor. Oh, my goodness. I like that. Lula, you're very, very welcome. I'm so glad that you were here tonight. You really made my day in being a thread through all of these readings and being a good supporter for me and other people in the chat. And I'm very, very, very grateful. Thank you so much. My email is not in this description, but if you'll go to my channel and click on the About tab, it's there. But I can tell you what it is. Excuse me, it is, if I can get this out, my email is scorpio1111reads@gmail.com. There we go. Yeah, I hope so too for you. I mean, really, I did hear that, that you've got somebody fun coming in. And fun, I mean, this is a person who And I don't know how you feel about church, but this person has spent a lot of time at church or likes to go. I mean, I just kind of see him as somebody who would be sitting up in that choir singing on Sunday morning, but a very positive vibe kind of person. So fingers crossed for you that you keep thinking positively, though. Remember, we talked about law of attraction. So keep thinking positive so you can be sure and draw that person to you. All right, gang, I am toast. I've got to go. I'm going to go have myself some dinner and enjoy the rest of my evening. I'm wishing you all many, many blessings, and thank you again for being here. I'm really so honored to have read for you tonight. And Muley, let me know if you come back again, or shoot me an email. Let me know after you do that incense. I'm very intrigued by that situation, and hopefully that will help a little bit. Yes. I don't even know what I'm having for dinner. I was going to make a salad, but I'm too darn tired now. I don't know what I'm having yet. That's a good question. Take care about my throat. It's kind of an ongoing thing. Thank you. That's very kind. I have allergies, and it's just between talking a lot and the drip in my, it's just what it is. That's me. Okay, great. I'd love to hear from you. And it may take me a little while to get back to you. I will get back to you. I do promise you that. It's just take me a minute or two. Today's, yes, honey, yes, lemon and honey. It's perfect you say that. A friend of mine wrote to me today and said she was sick, and I knew it was from an energy release that she was experiencing because of a major shift she was having in her life. And so I told her my recipe for it's ginger tea. You take fresh ginger and you make a tea with it, and then you put lemon and honey in it. And I remember when I told her that, I said, oh, I need to make myself some of that, because that's really, I could feel my body sort of wanting it, you know, almost tasting it. So I think that's in my future, in my very near future tonight, probably to make some for myself. So perfect. Okay, gang. Well, I love you guys so much for giving me your time tonight. I'm very, very grateful and appreciative. And I will see you again maybe tomorrow. No promises. I might get back here tomorrow. I'm going to go visit my son and his wife tomorrow. It just depends on when I get back. So, all right. Many blessings. Thank you. I appreciate you, Muley. I appreciate that so much. And I wish you much success in clearing that energy, and with you and your partner as well. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Many, many blessings to you. Take care, everybody. Bye.